Well, let's go through a little morning routine. It is spring. I am just out of the shower. I touched my hand to press record, so I'm washing my hands because when it comes to my face, I'm like a little bit of a germaphobe, for sure. So, anyway, I don't know about you guys, but in my late 20s and early 30s, I started breaking out in like consistent acne, and so like now my skin is obviously in a good place. Like I said, I'm like in a shower, um, but I don't know. I still have a little PTSD, but maybe I mean I probably do. So first, I'm gonna use this SomebyMi toner. I love using multiple toners and essences just to prep my skin before I go with my skincare. Normally, I would not have this giant robe on, and so I'd be taking things like down all the way across my chest. So I'll stick my face and neck for this, I guess. Now I'm using this Prequel multi-acid milk. You guys have seen this in my previous like skincare routine videos. I love it. It is so gentle. I am, again, like kind of reactive, sensitive skin, I guess. You'll see that like as I go through my routine, my skin might get a little red for like 2 seconds just from touching it. That's just the type of skin that I have. And then it calms down, depending on what I'm doing, obviously. But I try to focus on things that, really protect my skin barrier, that obviously are effective from like an anti-aging standpoint, because I am almost 43. I do a lot of massage when I'm putting my skincare products on, a lot of gentle lymphatic drainage massage, and then also going in, trying to get in the muscle, so doing some of that stimulation, and just, making sure that my products absorb into my skin, because otherwise they can just sit there and never do anything. I love this for pigmentation, this Mother Science. I actually have to take the cap off because I'm getting to that point where I'm almost out of this one, but I love it. It just kind of hits differently, and it's weird. Sometimes I feel like maybe it has those little Riedels in it. I don't think it does. I'd have to look at the ingredients, but like I can almost feel it like penetrating into my skin, and so I will focus it in the areas where I think maybe I have a little pigmentation developing, but I try to keep my face out of the sun. I still have not found a good sunscreen that doesn't seem to make me break out. So I walk around with giant hats all the time. Next, I am going in with the azelaic. So I've talked about all the time, Allies of Skin, obsessed with them. I wish they would acknowledge me and sponsor me. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have enough followers for that. I think, while they are like a more premium priced product, I find that it has been so effective for firming my skin, for keeping it clear. So I think it's worth it. I think at-home skincare and a diligent, consistent routine is the best thing you can do, especially if you're going to invest in some sort of in-office procedure, because you want your skin to be able to actually benefit from thousands of dollars in laser treatments or microneedling or whatever you're doing, and you want it to be in a place where it can heal and regenerate effectively. And it's not going to do that if you're not actually taking care of it at home, and that means both, what you're putting on your skin and obviously what you're putting into your body. I'm gonna go in now with their 35% vitamin C. They got a new package, finally. It had this weird leaking thing before. It is literally, I had been using SkinCeuticals, which I know is like the gold standard, but even SkinCeuticals vitamin C and ferulic, I felt like would sometimes irritate my skin. This has never caused any issues for me, you guys, which is huge. So it's been really nice to be able to use an antioxidant vitamin C, because obviously that's what everyone prefers as far as protecting the skin for daytime. I feel like I'm even like rushing through this. I usually would like really take my time, but this is like a rambling long video and I don't know if anyone's even gonna watch it or care. You should always be bringing your skincare down your neck and onto your chest though. And then I'll just do little taps. Now, a newer thing that I have been using and loving is the Intoxicated Cosmetics Snake Eyes. So someone was like, oh, you know, one more thing to worry about now. And it's like, hey, like, no pressure. Don't stress about taking care of your eyelid skin. For me, I was only sharing it because it's something that I had actually avoided doing because I was getting eyelash extensions, and you know, you're kind of behest to like your fill appointments. And so my thought was like, oh, I don't want to put anything on my eyelids because I don't want it to impact my retention of my eyelash extensions. But when I got into my 40s, I started to notice that I'm probably going to be one of those people that gets a bluff, you know, one day if I want it. You can leave your comments to yourself if you have a problem with that. I'm just talking about my skin and my, you know, personal preferences. Anyway, all degrees of hooded eyes, I can tell mine were starting to go in that direction. And I realized, you know, hey, you've been like focusing on firming your skin all over your face, and you have literally your entire life like basically never put eye cream on your eyelids, and that skin is sensitive and needs attention too. And so anyway, long story long, I have been using this Intoxicated Cosmetics on my eyelids, and now I've been putting it onto my forehead too. I'm really due for my Botox, but luckily, you know, because of the skincare that I use, I can make expressions and they don't stick around as lines in my face. I just have this scar from my first birthday, long story. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I feel like this snake eyes serum has actually been working, and I wish someone would have brought it to my attention, like, hey, you might want to take care of your eyelid skin because you might at some point care about your eyelids being droopy, you know. Anyway, finally, I am gonna go in with, actually, I'm gonna use these little heel drops because they have like just a little bit, I think, of like irritation and like breakout's a strong word, but this healing formula from Alina Organics. It's like this tiny niche brand in Michigan, but they ship all over the US. I actually discovered them through my facialist in Chicago, Grazina, who's amazing. I miss her so much. I've found great people here in Grand Rapids too, but Grazina, if you're in Chicago, just fucking do it. Book the appointment, get the scalp massage. She is like next level. She should be doing celebrities or something in like New York or LA. Anyway, this literally is my favorite moisturizer. I've been using it day and night. Like, I'll use a more intense cream in the winter sometimes, you know, I'm in the Midwest. But this SomebyMi, and it's so affordable. You can get it on Amazon. What I love about it, because again, if you follow any of my content, I don't wear any makeup. I just use Lashify lashes, which I'm gonna put on after this. But it leaves this like glowy, dewy feeling. So, you know, if you're not wearing any makeup, one of the tricks to having your skin look flawless or whatever is just reflecting light, being hydrated. And so using a slightly dewy moisturizer, if it doesn't bother you, if you're not a matte finish enthusiast, really helps the skin look flawless. And you know, you don't notice any wrinkles, which is great because you don't have any makeup on, not even concealer or anything. Maybe I could try concealer at some point. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this routine. Let me know.